I start Visual Studio Code and open CPP 17-20-23 parallel. I would select empty space. Click this button. 032 Deducing this. Click this button. This .cpp. Hit enter. Ctrl V. Include CPG, SED extensions. Ctrl Shift P. Select Edit Configuration JSON. In the include path, you need to specify this environment variable. Y is called include. You also need Microsoft C++ compiler. You also need to set C++ standard C++23. Name space CPT CPG types. CPG stands for C Programmers Group. This T is for types. We will be using CPT, the namespace, alias all the time in future sessions. So commit it to your memory. Otherwise, you may have to pull off your innocent hair. Void test recursive lambda failed. Int main, copy this, paste it here. We are creating a simple lambda auto fact. Auto n if n less than or equal to 1, return one, else return n times. We are creating recursive lambda, so we need a fact n minus 1. Now std cout 5 factorial we call fact 5 std and now open up your Microsoft compiler. dir cd 032 deducing this cl we need latest version of Microsoft C++ compiler version 19.32 or above. Below version 19.32, this program does not work. So cls dir clehsc std C++ latest this.cpp fe m.exe hit enter. Sadly, fact cannot be implicitly captured because no default capture mode has been specified. This simply does not work. So I would disable it. Now copy, paste, disable it, test recursive lambda basic. Now enable it. Enable. I introduce something very new. This auto. This is forwarding reference. Self. Now instead of fact, I use self. I'm using self. We now call this function and paste it here. We may need return type. So return type is no. We need a type here. Type name n. Then n is return type. Why is squiggle? Let's try it. We rebuild 31. I missed semicolon here. Now rebuild. It built successfully. M. So I will disable it. Enable this again. I made a simple mistake here. I put semicolon. This does not work. We can't use fact, lambda, closure type here. This is not type. This is an object, so it does not work. Fact is an object of a closure type. So this is the way we do recursive lambda. This parameter self is called explicit object argument. Of course, we can do this too. Type name obj type. Copy this, paste it here. This also works. Obj type with this syntax is called explicit object parameter. Please remember explicit object parameter. Explicit object argument. Now we learn how to use constraints for modern C++ programming. Constraints play critical role for successful C++ programming. Using integers, CPT type container, short, unsigned short, int, unsigned int, long, unsigned long. I will give a carriage return here. Long, long, unsigned long, long. We defined type container called integers. Understand the concept of type containers. Template, type name, photo type, concept, integers, C. We use CPT is in type container. We are testing if photo type is in type container integers. We are testing if photo type is included in the integers. Integers are defined like this. We also need to remove SCD, remove CBREF T. We have to remove constant volatile reference. From our prototype. Now copy this, paste it here. Test recursive lambda perfect. Copy this, paste it here, disable it. Now we are using integers. Here. Then auto forwarding reference. We also remove this part. Instead, we use keyword auto. It can be anything. Me. It is simply name. Me is called explicit object argument. Now this is called explicit object parameter. We don't need n. I will fix like this. Or you can say SCD remove CBREFT record type n. This remove CBREFT is super important, critical. I will simply disable it. We build again. I made mistake. This does not work. I will disable it. We build again. We are building this function. I think I made a mistake. 66. 66. This is not self. This is me. I fixed. CLSM. It works perfectly. Here 5.5. 5.5. It does not work. We build again. It does not work. We build again. Operator surrogate func no matching overloaded function found. Because we constrained the type of n to integers. This integers c is called constraint. This syntax is called constrained placeholder type. Placeholder type means keyword oro. So integer oro n is called constraint. Constrained by integers. Placeholder type. We have to ampersand. So this is forwarding reference. We allowed only integers here. Container type is defined only for integers, so it does not work. No, it doesn't. If you want to enable type double, then you have to insert double here. So we can try like this. All return expression must reduce to the same type. Previously it was int. Now we need this. We revealed perfect. I will disable it. Now 5. It should work successfully because value 5 is now int. If you do not want to allow double, then you can remove it. This way of programming is error-free, perfect forwarding with or to lambda. We cannot do much without constraints such as integer c.